Good morning everyone, it's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and the final unit. I got him done, a couple days ago, but I got other videos to do and other things to do in life. But he is finally level 120. His skill is not quite done yet, because I need like two more days of runs on the Predator battle, but I figured level 9 is close enough. I mean, we're not going to see too much of a difference. We'll get 2 extra points on the increase, but whoop-de-doo. But Dino, pretty dapper Dino right here, increases damage done by Warrior's Mind Force characters to space enemies by 30%. So he is very specific to Warrior's Mind getting that extra damage increase. So, not quite as good as Velzard, who's just giving physical allies, right? Anybody who's physical. He has to be Warrior's Mind to get that extra damage. But then he does increase Octagram Demon Lord and Warrior's Mind attack by 12%, so, ideally you'd want them on those categories. And then his actual protection skill is increase Warrior's Mind or Demon Force allies attack by 20% for 1 turn. So it's just a flat 20% attack. And then you also increase your cap for skills by up to 20, and that goes on forever. And then you also give yourself 20 points. So the cap goes up, your skill points go up with it every single time, which is nice. He is, limited stacking. Obviously you're getting stacks of skill points, but the attack is only for 1 turn. It does not stack into 40 to 60 to 80 and so forth. So it is just a kind of a burst kind of thing that allows you to build up enough points to use other skills that would affect your damage. And I'm going to have a crit charm on him. And his trait is 1 or more allies are affected by attack up, decreases all targets' crit resistance by 11% at the start of the turn. So, let's say Beatdown battle, he does give himself a hefty attack buff after, turn 2? Turn 1? So if that's the case, you're always going to do an extra 11% crit to them because you've lowered their resistance down, and it's going to apply automatically. So let's go see that in action. Alright, so we're going to go into Inferno 1 of Beatdown Battle, using the full meta team, but in this case, you got pretty unlucky and didn't manage to get Velzard. She is probably the most difficult character to get because you have to go to 300 pity for her, and none of the other units require 300 pity, so definitely can happen. I still see people trying to get Velzard even now, and we're, many days into the meta, so shit can happen, right? But let's try it out. Obviously the team should run well, it's just that we're not stacking nearly as fast. We do have the blue orb changers, but, we're not raising our skill cap by 40, we're not getting the extra skill points off of blues, so, this could go many different ways if we wanted to. So, you see he doesn't have his attack buff, so we're not getting that extra crit resistance down over there, so let's just go ahead and do this. And then we'll bring in Rimuru for Violet, and we'll run it like this. So the damage numbers also won't be nearly as high, because he's got less stats, and we're getting less extra damage increase against space enemies. But, we're still going to do really good damage, because this is just a really, really good team. Okay, so what comes out of that? Not really that much. So, let's do this. Let's go ahead and give ourselves 20 points, raise our cap by 18. So that gives us 73, which actually allows us... Nah, I'm just kidding, never mind. Yeah. So if that skill was capped out at, 20 points that we would give, we actually have enough for Guy's orb change and Shion's orb change, so... Quite unfortunate, but I really didn't want to wait on this video because I want to do the tier list video, and I have to use him in order to rank him. So, we're just going to go with these greens and get them out of here. Alright. That's a little better. Alright, so let's get you in here for Rimuru. We'll steal, and then we'll use Shion. There we go, and then we'll get some extra crit damage here on Guy, be our primary damage dealer. And we'll get you out. Let's actually get Valentine in here. And then we'll give ourselves the extra 20% attack buff again. Raise our cap by another 18 points, give ourselves 20 points, so we're at 21 now. And we'll do this. And we'll call it good. So we're up to 136 total points that we can use, but obviously, since, again, the blues are not getting massively buffed, we're actually building up points quite slowly. And that's really not what you want to do. So let's do this again. We're going to actually hold the attack buff on Guy, because we're going to get him swapped out for you. And actually, do we have enough points to use that? We do have enough points. So let's steal those. And then we'll do this one again. And then we'll get this Rimuru in here for Violet. And he doesn't have the extra attack buff, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Essentially, we're just kind of building up to an ult, more than anything else. We can probably get a decent amount of ult gauge off of Rimuru, because we've used Dino, like, what, 3 times? This will be number 4? Somewhere around there? So, I mean, it can still work, right? It's just not the most efficient way of doing it. So let's get you in here. We'll use Dino again. And then we'll give ourselves some ult gauge. So 60% ult gauge right there. And man, yeah, we really don't have a lot of points to play with, huh? We don't even have enough for one of our buffs. So it's a little slow going right here. Oh, Xion is almost dead. Okay. You need to get out of here. So, what do we do? What do we do? Green. How long are greens nerfed for? 5 more turns. Alright, cool. Thanks a bunch. So Deeno is probably actually going to work better on a green-focused team with, like, Isis, because that's going to allow you to still build up protection gauge while also getting a lot of skill points so that you can nuke. So I think after this, because we're not going to kill him, obviously, we just don't have what it takes, we'll come back and we'll try a green-focused team in a different stage that's against a space enemy, and we'll see how that goes. But, you know, let's do the attack buff to 20%. We don't have enough for anything else, so we'll send these two. And, yeah, I call it good, because we're not going to do it. Rimuru does 26,000, awesome. And Guy does 53,000. That is a lot of health we took off. That is so much HP we took off of him for 8 turns worth of damage. So, yeah, let's go somewhere else. Alright, so this is the next team we're gonna try. Dino's gonna lead Rimuru and Wonder Fantasy Milim on a green-focused team in the Earth 2.0 Tempered Edge stage against Leon and Velzard. And since this stage already focuses greens, we should look pretty good, unless we get extremely unlucky with Orb RNG, which can happen, and did happen, because this is the second time I'm recording this segment. So, let's dive in. Alright, well, thankfully, turn 1 is always set, so it makes things a little bit easy. Let's go ahead and bring you in for Isis. We'll start hitting you. Milim will not get the damage increase. We get the extra stats, but she's not on Warrior's Mind, so she doesn't get that extra 30% damage. Rimuru certainly does, and he's type advantage, and what the hell is this shit? Alright, yeah, it's all fun and games, right? Let's raise our attack up. We got another blue. Oh, we have so much. Okay, well, apparently this recording is just going to be painful. Very much so. We can do something about it, though. So we can do this. Wait, can we do something about it? Yeah, we can. Okay. So, let's do... can we? 50? 50? Yeah, 50? Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll do this. Do that conversion. And then we'll do Isis. I probably should have swapped Isis out for Milim, since she didn't have any orbs anyways. And then we can use 1 Milim orb, and then this. There we go, full hand. That's a lot of skills we just used to buff up Milim's crit damage, which no one here is giving her crit, so it doesn't really actually fucking matter now that I think about it. Ah, yes, the fun. Showcases are fun, are they not? Alright, well, we might be able to kill Leon before he kills anyone here. The Frostbite's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Ow. Alright. Yes, that definitely hurt right there. We have 118 points, though. So... Milim does not have an orb, so we're not going to even put her in here. Let's do this orb change, the alt buff, and then we'll get the temporary attack buff going on... Okay. Wait, temporary attack buff. Yeah. So, temporary attack buff on Rimuru. So, I'm going to assume that he kills here. Assuming is a very strong word, though. So, I guess we'll send some follow-up. Yeah, and then we'll send Isis Ult, hopefully on Velzard. Alright, 55,000. Actually not terrible damage for, you know, this team that doesn't have too much of damage support going on. Alright, 14,000 right there. Isis does 16,000. Alright, ow. Okay, we've got another good orb change from Milim. Let's use the green buff again just to get it out of the way. Isis has to come out of here, though, for Aaron. And then this should get her ult, so... Actually, let's go ahead and use Dino. Gonna give ourselves points, which will then allow us to use Rimuru's skill to give us 50% ult gauge, which should, after this turn, get everybody there. So this worked out a little bit better than the last time I ran this. Yeah, and we'll get the attack stack again for Rimuru next turn, and we should be able to kill here, because we'll have enough points to use the ult buff again. So this worked out a little better. Now, obviously, this isn't, like, the most of optimal team in the world, but it got us the W, because there's no way she's surviving this. So, ult buff, what does this do? Max HP up and crit resistance? That probably could have been useful had I used it earlier. Oh well. So, Rimuru should do another 55,000 attack, and he should probably kill... right here? Question mark? I'm going to send Rimuru's orb because he's going to be strongest. 68,000 did not kill, though. Why was that stronger? She must have worse stats than Leon. Alright. I don't see Aaron's ult very often, so we'll watch it. Just hucking shards at people. 12,000. With a 70% ult buff. Funnies. Okay, well, I mean, there's one successful run. Now, obviously, Dino is a free-to-play protector, right? You should not expect the world out of him. He is not the premium summonable unit. He's here to help you kind of get by and give you a protector if you need it. But he's not going to save your game. So, just, you know, grains of salt, right? Alright, for the last part of the video, because I don't think we need to do too much with Dino, we're going to take him against Space Milim, well, technically Wind Milim, but into the old Space 1.0 Tempered Edge. We're bringing Ranga and Yuki, because they're both on Warrior's Mind. Surprisingly, Ranga is there. But they're both space units, so they'll have type advantage, and we'll have an alt buff. Yuki has his own attack buff, so we'll science it out and see if his attack buff will stack with Dino's attack buff, because they're coming from different locations. I don't actually know. We're gonna find out, both you and me, but this does not have starting hands, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'll take it. It'll get us Dino at least turn 2, so whatever. So Yuki will come in for Milim, and Ranga will come in for Rimuru. Okay, so we'll do that, pop, 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 pop. Alright, so at least we can start with something here. Okay, counterattack, because why not? 5,300 damage. Another counterattack, because why not? 8,000. Obviously the still... Okay, come on. Obviously the stage isn't, you know, the most difficult thing in the world. This is EX3, by the way, so it's just, you know, remember that. But she does have guard now, and physical and magic resistance, so she's not going to take nearly as much. We can work with that, and he debuffed Isis, which is probably best case scenario. So we have 100 points, so we should be able to work our way out of this. So let's orb change with Ranga, green buff, and blue. So let's see, orange. No, so we just need the orange and then the special conversion from Milim. So yeah, orange, we'll do this. We'll raise our attack up with Yuki. And then, because we have Ranga here, we'll actually bring Milim in for Isis. And then use her orb change. And that's all the points we have, never mind. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This gets us maximum points again. Another stack of Dino gets us the ult for Yuki, which is good. 2,800 with his attack buff right now. I think we can nuke her on turn 6. So we need to get a Ranga ult for turn 6, which we can work our way out of that. So good. So Yuki has his attack buff on right now. That's Ranga. What? No, Yuki. There we go. So he has a 30% attack buff right here. Let's use Dino, get another stack on, and see if that 20% will combine or if it cancels out. It does cancel out. That is unfortunate, but it does make sense. They are both temporary buffs. So even though one's coming from the Protector and one's coming from his own skill, they will not work together. So better off used for people who don't have a personal attack buff. And Yuki's is higher, so that's why his is, you know, taking precedence. But good to know for science. Yuki does not need to be here anymore, though. So let's get him out of here for Isis. And then we can use the orb change. Get a full hand, and this will get, well, it might get Ranga's ult, actually. I don't actually know. But we do have a little bit extra turn before we get there. So yeah, we'll have a little bit extra. 3,600 damage is a lot better than what the other ones are doing. 7,000 damage. Okay, this works out. Perfect, actually. Do we need to use the green buff again? Or is that still good for one more turn? One more turn. Awesome. So let's use the orb change again with Milim, and then we'll swap her out for Rimuru. And then that's another full hand of greens. This one lone Ranga orb will get us the ult for him. So the next turn we can ult with both him and Yuki, and we'll have enough points for the attack buff and Yuki's ult resistance down. And I don't know if it's going to kill because they're both AoE units. So, I mean, we'll find out. We won't have, like, super big buffs on, but it'll be something. Ranga will also have the extra 20%. So, I mean, that's cool. Isis has an ult. Reimer doesn't have an orb, unfortunately. So, we'll bring you in for Isis. And Reimer still doesn't have an orb, so we'll just have to deal with that. We have to bring Milim up front, though. Because we do need... Ooh, actually, we could do this. Hold on. So we could do this, right? Right? Yes, another stack. That gets us the attack buff on both of them, which is what we need. Let's use his ult gauge increase. Give Yuki another ult for next turn. And Ranga won't get it, but oh well. Milim comes in for Rimuru. We'll use the ult buff now. We don't need to use the... Well... And we can try and pierce. Why not? We can certainly try. 18%. So let's see how much damage we do here. So Yuki has his 30% attack buff, his AoE attack buff, his crit damage from the trait, pierce rate by 18%, 30% guard penetration, which she doesn't have guard up anymore. Yeah. So... And then defense down... Is that... What is this? Alt damage resistance and defense down, and crit damage resistance, which we're not critting. Oh well. Can we kill? I'll be actually very impressed if we can kill here. Ranga, I don't really care. 33,000, probably not going to kill. Yuki, 57,000, I guess is okay. It's okay. Not the greatest thing in the world. But now she has the magic and physical resistance on again, so we have to go to like turn 11 or something. So I think we can just go ahead and end this video, call it good. We'll do the outro while I'm doing this, but yeah, like, Dino is a 4-star protector, right? He's free, so we know that he's not going to be the best thing in the world, but he can at least get a new player started in very early content and allow them to at least progress a little bit, hopefully get some crystals, and then get a, summonable protector who's actually going to make a difference in the game. So that's really what the most important thing is, these 4-star units, is getting people started. Giving them a baseline. And you know what? If you have Dino and you have, like, Guy or something and Valentine, but you don't have Velzard, like, he can help you do stuff in the game. It's just not going to be, you're not clearing Inferno 3 beatdown battle with Dino, right? So, but let me know what you guys think of Dino in the comments below. That's it for me. Take it easy, and can Ranga do it? I don't think he can, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Oh my god, she has a nut tap of health. How much health is that? I can't even see the bar! Alright, cool. Sweet counterattack, Yuki. Alright, we're done. Bye, guys.